Hey guys, me again. I thought I would talk about something that probably a lot of people know that I enjoy, but I thought I would share it with the YouTube community. And there's been a few people that have talked about this over the years. It is the Dungeons and Dragons animated series. It was like broadcast back in '84. Um, I really enjoyed the show as a kid, and I can still enjoy the show as an adult. Though I'm not blind, there are some awkward moments that do make me cringe. But that comes with things that are kid oriented, I guess I could say, possibly maybe even dated. But I think most of the episodes stand on their own really well. Um, Quest of the Skeleton Knight, Dragon's Graveyard, even Search for Dungeon Master was pretty good. Among some of the flops, I think, really, Hall of Bones, I don't know why it served I don't know why they need to get their weapons recharged in that episode, but whatever. It's just, sometimes the stuff, and just, like, I could go on, like, naming episodes that I enjoyed, what was the name of The Girl Who Dreamed Tomorrow, was a great episode. Of course, Servant of Evil, definitely. Garden of Zen was kind of interesting, but it was an Eric-focused episode, so, well, kind of. And I never did get around to watching some of them, just because I couldn't get my head around the idea, like, Dungeon Master for a Day, or Day of the Dungeon Master. I can't remember what it was called. The one where Eric becomes Dungeon Master. I really just could not see him in that role, and I've honestly, for my lifetime, I've refused watching the episode. And, yeah. But, just so many other episodes that are freaking nice. Pretty awesome. I thought Cave of the Fairy Dragons was pretty ridiculous, though. But I thought Presto Spells Disaster was pretty interesting. I love the line from Presto. I wanted to say Eric, I don't know why. It's like, come on, Uni, let's climb to heights of new fear. Because they were trying to climb this beanstalk type thing, tree. I can't remember what it was exactly, but it was one of the best lines from the series, and just kind of sticks with me. Stinks with me? Blah, 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 blah. It's late. I should not be doing videos this late. It's not like it's terribly late. It's not like it's 5 o'clock in the morning, but just, I could go on probably all night talking, thinking, hoping, wishing that they would have concluded the episode, and for that matter, I wish it would have ran for a 4th season. And I've been toying with the idea of trying to do my own scripts for like a new series, but that hasn't gotten very far. But you have to wonder, though. It's like, if there's a new cast, God knows there's enough weapons in the graveyard, the Dragon's Graveyard, to be called by Dungeon Master if he can. But I guess I figure if he could have, he would have, and he didn't. But where did their weapons come from? So, did he just like create them out of thin air, or did he? I mean, I know he poof zap. You've got a weapon in your hand, and I don't know if that was conjured from someplace else, or if he had them ready. It's just one of those things. I would have liked to seen, I would have liked to seen like in episode 1, like a small little part of them in their everyday lives, just to see what they'd be doing. We already know that Diane is a gymnast, and we know that, well, at least in my mind, I think Hank is like a jock type, but he's not like the overbearing, retarded, stupid, asshole, douchebag jock, which is great, because that stereotype has been played so many times. Which, don't get me wrong, it is true, but you see it in so many TV shows and movies, it just becomes very, very cliche, almost as cliche as the fact that there's so many in high schools and professional sports for that matter too. But I have my headphones in. Anyways, but I'm just kind of thinking and wondering, what would you guys like to see? What was your favorite episode, for that matter? What was your favorite episode of the D&D animated series? And furthermore, what would you like to see in a new animated D&D series? I think it would be awesome. I think Little Wizards of the Coast should license someone to do it. I think somebody should come to them and say, hey, we want to do an animated D&D series again. And I think it'd be great, honestly. Maybe a little bit darker tone. I still like the idea of the kids being pulled in from our world to the realm. I know it's kind of a bad term, but I mean, I've heard worse. Just don't ask me to name their mind offhand. I can't think of anything. But I still like the idea of the kids being pulled into the realm, or maybe they'll call it Kryn, like in the was it Dragonlance setting? Was Kryn? I think it was. But still, I mean, what I'd like to see, if like I could sit down and if I could pitch Wizards an idea, I would say, hey, let's do this. Let's have a Ravenloft setting, like-ish, maybe a Dragonlance setting, maybe an Alquid setting, which was like a desert area. And I'd like to, and also, I was trying to remember, what was the fourth one I was thinking about? I have to come back to that later, but, I mean, I had this kind of pictured in my mind, and, but what would you guys like to see? What would your ideas be? You probably, I wouldn't mind also seeing some of the real heroes, like, of the area, like, in Tasselhoff, and, names are escaping me at the moment. Like I said, it's kind of late. I really shouldn't be making this video. But like, some of the various different heroes of the lands. Real heroes of the lands, not some of these people that they run into in the episodes in the 80s, which, I guess they were useful. But, I mean, Eye of the Beholder, Sir whatever, William, was it? Anyways, yeah, so I'd like to see an update. I'd like to see maybe a little bit darker tone. Something like maybe we saw in the Dragonlance animated movie. If you guys saw that, that was pretty good. If you haven't seen it, I suggest, I don't know if it's on Netflix, but go look it up. Maybe rent it, possibly, if it's a Blockbuster. I doubt that it is, but it's definitely a movie worth your money and time. It's one of the few movies I will actually stop. I will, get away from my computer. I will either turn around from my computer desk, or I will actually get out of my computer chair, which does not happen very often, and I will actually watch it, because that's like one of the movies that really is really good, and it's really worth watching. A lot of movies, I've seen them so many times, and I guess I've gotten jaded. There's like a lot of movies, you can see the plot lines, threads coming from a mile away, so in my opinion, not worth turning around for, really. But at any rate, where would you like to see the heroes go? What would you like to see them do if there's a reboot? Would you want them to be from this world, or from the original D&D settings, like Kryn, or Dragonlance, or wherever? Because I know Dragonlance is part of the Kryn setting. It's just, Dragonlance is just a campaign or a kingdom. But, it's been something that I've been thinking about. And, wouldn't mind your guys' input. And, favorite episode, I already covered that. Well, I mean, not my favorite episode. That'd be hard to choose. I guess I would have to say Dragon's Graveyard, because it is a pretty pivotal, they're done, they can't do it anymore, they've been denied so many times, and that's something else that really kind of cheesed me off. is they would fuck with the kids so much with that way home thing, and I think that's partly why viewership started dropping. People were tired of seeing the kids getting pulled away, or in my opinion, that's why maybe viewership kind of declined, because they're like, God, they keep fucking with these kids. When are they ever going to get home? Are they ever going to get home? And what kind of annoyed me was, like, every once in a while, Dungeon Master said, "You'll get home when you're ready," or something like, which each brave thing you do, you grow more worthy, as if the kids weren't worthy of getting home. Give them a motivation. Killvenger, 1. Find a mystical item, 2. That doesn't have anything to do with a quest line or a story element. That would be the story element. That would be like the main plot. Okay, this is what you have to do to get home. You need to find it. You need to maybe find multiple pieces of said item. And I hated how they always seem to do it, like every few episodes. Oh, wow, a way home, really? And no, because Venger's there. Or they have to make a choice. And the episode with Diana, Child of the Stargazer, really, I found myself wanting her not to be so fragile, because she was such a strong female character up till that point. And when, was Hasem, when the love interest of Diana's passes away, or is assumed passed away, she kind of breaks down. And she's always been really this strong, independent, kind of badass chick. And to see her do that was really just, I didn't like it. I understand why they did it, I guess. But I still didn't like it. And as an adult, I don't think I thought much about it as a kid. But as an adult going back to the series, it's kind of like, seriously, you're going to do that to her? And I don't remember the episode. I only remember a handful of episodes. I remember Search for Dungeon Master. I remember, oh, damn, I can't remember which ones I remember. I know I definitely remember Search for Dungeon Master. And it is one of my favorite episodes, honestly. But, yeah, it's just kind of like, Servant and Evil was, was good. Good Bobby focus episode. I wish they would have had more character focused episodes, like where one is separated from the others, like in Presto's Post Disaster, or Servant and Evil, or The Traitor, which was another good episode, which I could not find online for the longest time because it was just a really bad transfer from a majority of video files. I finally got the complete animated series, which was great. Got it a few years ago or so, maybe even longer, maybe 6 or 7 years ago, maybe. But at any rate, good series, good storytelling, good music, some cheesy dialogue choices, but what are you gonna do? A, it's the 80s. B, it's children's programming. C, maybe bad choice in writers. But, yeah, they had a majority of it written by, I think his name was Jeffrey Scott, and who later went on to write a majority of the episodes for the Deke Legend of Zelda series. Something else I would have liked to see was like a really not really serious, but a slightly more serious Legend of Zelda series, where it could have spanned the timeline of the different games and given us a bigger adventure, for sure. Would have definitely been something better than, "Excuse me, princess." It is annoying, don't get me wrong, but I still like the show. And I still love D&D. I still love Dungeons & Dragons animated series, and I've played some D&D from time to time. I don't get too deep into it. I kind of scratch the surface, see what's there, and kind of like, okay, that's cool, that's good. But, it's kind of hard to get doing things with me, get me ready to do things and such. That's my problem, though. But at any rate, thanks for watching, thanks for listening and watching me ramble. Comment, rate, that kind of stuff. Take it easy. Thanks for watching. Bye.